There's an interesting thing that's happened. I was curious why randomly, I'm not going to mention any names, but like very low rent shills have now been flown over to China to go to Xinjiang. Now, we all know about the whole Xinjiang genocide.
Give him a TLDR for 1 second.
Guys, super simple. You know, when accusations came out that China was putting Uyghurs into concentration camps, all of a sudden, the most moralless pricks were being flown out to Xinjiang to walk around in the tourist areas to say, look, they're all dancing and happy, so there's nothing going on here. There's no genocide in Xinjiang.
Just want to say, beyond a doubt, international tribunals and eyewitness people that fled confirmed there were concentration camps in Xinjiang.
China themselves have confirmed. They call them re-education camps or whatever. You know, like over 1 million Uyghurs thrown into these concentration camps. They're not allowed to practice their religion anymore. They get arrested if they discuss their religion. They're not allowed to, you know,
go to the
learn their own
Xinjiang
culture.
police files.
Yes.
Look at that database.
It's real, okay? It's not made up. It's real, okay? However, we've seen that die off for a while now, okay? Because although it's been going on, you know, China's got a firm grip over that stuff and it's kind of left the public eye. But all of a sudden, and I noticed in the last couple of weeks, about a month or so, a huge resurgence of Chinese state media putting out, there's no Xinjiang genocide denial. There's Uyghurs are happy dancing. And I've seen garbage, you know, foreigners from overseas go there again now to be like, oh, look, they're all free and it's great. I was wondering why. Why all of a sudden are they bringing that back?
Yeah, there's always a reason.
And the reason is Xi Jinping's just visited it.
To basically whitewash the entire genocide.
Yeah, and to celebrate, what, the 70th anniversary of founding of...
The founding, you mean the forceful takeover.
Yes, the takeover of Xinjiang. And if you look at the imagery, it is insane. Okay?
Dude, it's full North Korea now. There's no joke.
才搞了这么多群众演员来欢迎自己，可以说就是一个世界级的笑话。而且这种群众演员的水平呢，越来越赶上朝鲜了。不得不感叹中国倒车的速度太快了。
Look at this.
I'm sorry,
that's
just that imagery of I'm going to go back. That particular imagery of them like waving the, man, why do I always go back so far? I got to learn how to
real far.
I got to learn how to use this jog wheel better. Here we go. Look at that. So first of all, they hire these extras basically, or they force or bus.
They don't hire.
No, they don't hire anyone. They bus in all these people to stand there and wave flags, right?
可以说就是一个世界级的笑话。
Very
这种
controlled.
群众演员的水平呢，越来越赶上朝鲜了。不得不感叹中国倒车的速度太快。
That particular imagery of them waving all those fake flowers around.
And they're forcing the Uyghur minority people to welcome the dictator that represents the government that took their land and then put them into concentration camps.
Correct.
It's literally
and their family members.
It's like if you got a bunch of Jewish people in the Holocaust and then to stand in front of Hitler and wave flowers and say thank you.
And wave the swastika.
Thank you for killing all of my family.
Exactly.
That's what this is.
It's insane. This imagery is just horrific. All right, so I mean, like, yeah, you can see they make a big hoo-ha out of it. But that's why all this propaganda's been ramping up recently.
It's North Korea, dude.
Yeah.
It's freaking North Korea now.
I mean, take a look at how they're crying and, you know, it's
That's the crying's nuts.
Yeah, it is North Korea. That just looks like North Korea to me.
Yeah.
Yeah?
It
Anyway.
really does. I just wanted to remind people the level of oppression.
Yes.
This happened. China reportedly detained a man for terrorist charges. Do you know what he did?
He said his watch 2 hours behind Beijing time.
Do you know why?
Why?
Xinjiang has to operate on Beijing time, despite being thousands of miles away.
Yes.
Because Beijing or China can only have one time zone because Mao declared this. They
Yes.
said we will have one time zone.
Yeah.
Every government worker in China has to operate on Beijing time.
Yeah.
Even if the sun doesn't rise for 5 hours after it does in Beijing.
Yes.
Right? So it's pitch black
Yes.
when you have to go to work, and it's dark until like 10 or 11 a.m.
Yeah.
in Xinjiang.
It's crazy.
So you're like walking around in the darkness because you're operating on a wrong time zone.
Yeah.
So the guy set his watch 2 hours behind Beijing time so he could be more in line with the actual rise of the sun, and then was detained for terrorist charges.
I mean, it's so dumb. It's like I've got a friend in Tucson, right? So if I want to set my watch so that I know what time,
Yes.
you know, it is in Tucson
Yes.
when he wakes up so I can give him a call,
Yeah.
and I set the time, then suddenly I go to jail for that.
Yes. This is, again, I think is a great thing, is like, yeah, you can focus on whatever, you can focus on America and be happy. You know, you have every right to focus on whatever country you want to. But on the China show, we talk about China. In China, they already have arrived here.
Yeah.
This is what we're talking about, reality here.
Yeah, so the
Not
man
away.
had reportedly changed his clock to Urumqi time, which follows the natural daylight schedule in the western region in Xinjiang. It's just insane. So anyway, China has one official time zone, as we know. Changing clocks to Urumqi time is seen as a form of resistance against the Chinese government.
Time crime, dude.
Yeah, time crime. I like that. Yeah. Spoke a little bit about Uyghurs, and we have a friend who's a Uyghur who stands up for
many
Uyghurs'
friends that are
rights.
Uyghurs.
Yeah.
One I can't even get a hold of.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, this guy in particular, his name is Arslan Hidayat, and this is something he put out. I said I would share it on the show because it's actually very poignant. So let's take a listen.
Initiative for carrying forward revolutionary traditions and heritage, Xinjiang has built 471 education bases for patriotism at all levels, inspiring officials and the public to love the party and dedicate themselves to the country. These aren't my words. It isn't from any Western government or media. This is Chinese government policy. China, or to be more specific, the State Council Information Office of the People's Republic of China, just released a white paper on occupied East Turkestan called CPC Guidelines for Governing Xinjiang in the New Era, Practice and Achievements. In its own words, it confirms the reality we have been talking about. China calls them education centers, but they are concentration camps. The white paper also says Xinjiang is carrying out extensive educational campaigns under the guidance of the core socialist values and promoting standard spoken and written Chinese to unite hearts and minds for a shared future. What does that mean? Forcing Uyghurs to give up their language, religion, and identity. Indoctrination, not education. Why are these camps there? The white paper makes it clear. To remake Uyghurs into loyal subjects, to forge the nation's soul with the Communist Party at the center. This isn't hidden anymore. China openly celebrates it. Why? To remake Uyghurs into loyal subjects of the Communist Party, to force a shared identity, to destroy a people's culture under the guise of patriotism and modern civilization. Think about it. A government that controls every word it publishes is now openly boasting about this. If they're willing to put it in a public white paper, God only knows how bad it is on the ground. Now, this is only part one. We're releasing a 4-part series that dissects this white paper, where we will go into restrictions on religion, forced transfer of children, and illegal settlements of the Han Chinese into East Turkestan. There's a new trend on Chinese social media where Chinese influencers are saying that East Turkestan, or Xinjiang in their words, is the safest province in China. Watch this.
新疆已经是全中国最安全的地方。我在新疆大街上，你知道每10步一个摄像头，每10步一个摄像头。我第一次来新疆，我去万达的时候，我第一次听说进万达还要安检。在你们这儿是不是很正常是吧？在我们那儿没有，我们那儿去哪儿都不需要安检的，只有去机场安检。在这儿进安达都要安检，我感觉太安全了。关键是所有的小学、初中放学的时候，一帮人拿着枪在门口。我们那儿没有。说白了，我们那儿的孩子要放学了，真的被人给弄走了都不知道。而且我还听说只要报警了，警察10分钟没到就要被开除了，是这样的吗？就是啊，3分钟啊！哎呦我天哪，孤陋寡闻了。说只要报警的，只多少分钟没到，这个民警就要被干掉的，太厉害了。
Today was more than a...
Yeah, so I mean, if you're interested in checking them out, you can check it out at Kashgar Times.
Yes. Yeah, just Google it, Kashgar Time.
But, he's making a good point, is that China's past the point of trying to hide it now.
Yeah, they're celebrating it.
Now they're celebrating it. Look, we've managed to conquer the Uyghurs now, and it's so safe. You go there, there's a camera for every 10 steps.
Yeah, and there's automatic weapons.
Yeah, outside the schools.
To
and
oppress the Uyghurs there.
Yeah, and to go into the shopping center, you have to go through security checkpoints.
This is bragging.
Yeah, this is bragging.
They're bragging about conquering a sovereign area.
Yes.
It's crazy.
It is. And they're just admitting to the concentration camps and so on.
Yeah.
So, there's no question that they've done this and they've been doing it. And they've kind of said, we've won now, so now we can just come out and do it. And that's how China does it. It just completely does what it wants to do, puts up a smoke screen while they're doing it. Once the damage is done, then they come out and say, yeah, we did it. Think about it. They've done the same with all their stupid coal power plants. They're like, and they just do it. They do it with the South China Sea. Oh, they militarize it. No, we're not militarizing it. When it's done, it's like, look, we're the power in the region. This belongs to us.
Yeah.
It's that kind of thing.
This is my current favorite YouTube channel. It's called @JapanEats. It's literally like an American dude, and he goes around Japan and he just eats like cool stuff, like local stuff, because he speaks Japanese.
Right.
And it's really, really good. But I was shocked to see today he actually put something out about the Uyghurs, which was I was so pleasantly shocked.
Excellent.
Plate of noodles. It was a meal that served as a gateway in my interest in the Uyghur culture. Welcome to Janlai. I went in knowing nothing about Uyghur food, and if you're unfamiliar with the Uyghurs, I'd highly recommend looking into them, because trying to compartmentalize their history and struggles into a 1-minute video would be a travesty. The short version is they're a marginalized Turkic ethnic group, these spicy beef noodles, and this impacted me way more than it should have.
Anyway, I cut it just because like he goes and eats it. But anyway, he said they're marginalized Turkic group, their struggles. I was shocked to see an Asia-based YouTuber bring this up and bring awareness to it. It's fantastic. He's got a huge audience. It's so good to see some people doing the right thing.
By the way, best food in China.
Amazing
Hands
food.
down.
And that's why he liked it so much.
Yeah.
I didn't want to show the whole video. But what was amazing, what stood out to me was this Uyghur restaurant in Japan.
Yeah.
Just wanted to read this. It says, if you find yourself alone in a foreign land facing difficulties without any income, because remember, these Uyghurs would have fled China and gone to Japan to seek freedom, right?
Yes.
So they say, if you find yourself alone in a foreign land facing difficulties without any income and going hungry, you're welcome to come to Xinjiang Lai. Just tell the staff that you would like a single person set meal. After you finish eating, you can simply leave without paying. On the days when you have left your home, you bravely face the challenges of life, learn a new language, and adapt to unfamiliar surroundings. It's already remarkable. I hope this hot and delicious, and then it goes on. It's with positive messaging.
Yeah, it's nice.
So nice.
It's nice and charitable, which is the opposite of China.
Yeah.
You know, when you're there.
I just thought that was so nice. Anyway.
That's super nice.
I remember you lift my spirit, with you high is all I'm feeling. Remember.
This is another trend in China. They're
doing their own
military parade because they're, I don't know, they feel left out.
They're trying to eat the stickiest stuff because it's hard to do it.
Yeah.
with it as well.
He chopped the fly in half.
Dead fly there.
Okay.
The meat is grayed at the top, by the way, because it is rotten.
It smacks her in the mouth.
Drinking poop. It's not sauce. That's poop water.
It is disgusting, yes.
Cooked poop water. You know it'll smell like an actual bathroom.